Hey everybody, Ross with Coinsncoffee here. Today's video, we're going to add some new bills to the currency album that I found. So let's go ahead and see what the new additions are going to be. So let's start off with some of the dollar bills. And star notes in particular had quite a few star notes. So the first one that we're going to add is a 2013 from Texas, and which has some heavy ink that you can see on the sixes. Next is a 2013 star note from Illinois, which is miscut, so the margins on top is wider than that on the bottom. And then we have another miscut star note from 2009, Massachusetts. This one is miscut on both the top and left margins. So you can see the top and right here on the left is wider than on the right and the bottom. And then this is just going to be a regular 2017. And then this one has heavy ink and is miscut. So it's going to have a wider bottom margin and has heavier ink on the six. And then another one, 2017 from Texas. So at this point you might be asking, what is up with the heavier ink, or what's up with the miscut margins? So the heavier inks and the miscut margins, it's not going to bring really much of a premium. I considered it an oddity and I think it's cool, so I always like to notate that down when I have something like that. So the miscuts can sometimes fetch a higher premium if you're trying to sell them on eBay or something, but they have to be very dramatic. And some years, like the early years, the silver certificates actually have a lot of miscuts. The margins are kind of all over the place, and so it's almost better to find one with perfect margins instead of miscut ones, because that would be more of the anomaly. Now this next one is a trinary, and I'll be honest, I kind of broken my rule with this one. So it's not in the best of shape. It's got a lot of folds to it and almost looks like it's been crumbled at one point, but it's been a while since I found a trinary, so I don't know. And this one does have some wider margins on the right, as well as heavier ink on the fives for both of these fives. So, like I said, I usually only keep the nice ones, but since this does have the margins and the ink, I broke my rule and decided to keep it and putting it in with the rest. This next one I was excited for because this is what's called a broken ladder. Now, when you have regular ladders, that means that you have one of each digit between either 0 through 7, 1 through 8, 2 through 9, or 3 to 0 if you count 0 as like a 10. So I know it's kind of weird, but this is what's a broken ladder. And so this is 0 through 7, but they're not in order. So we see we have a 1, 2, 3, I'm sorry, a 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And another one. This one's a little bit older, a 2006, and this is going to be 2 through 9. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And lately, I've been wanting to collect just a couple of regular miscut bills, ones that have really wide margins. So I mean, you can look at between this margin and this margin, you can see the difference. So, you know, a few examples like this. I won't overload my album with them, but it's always good just to have just a couple of specimens. So here's another with wide margins on both the left and top, plus the heavy ink. Here's another one that was miscut and almost had a trinary here as well. Was just one digit off. If we could have had just another 7, 6, or 0, could have been. So here's another miscut. And again, now that I have a few in the album, I'll probably just leave it there unless I find something truly dramatic. Over here you see it's a slight margin difference between the left and the right. And then this one has heavy ink on the 6 as well as a misaligned 6. So you can see that once we get to the last two digits of 9 and 6, it's almost lifting up. You know, it's going up. So I call that just a misaligned digit. And then this will be the last miscut for this video, and you'll see on the top and left. So now that I have just a few good specimens in the album, I'm happy with that, unless I find something that's like really dramatic, you know, and then I'll add it in. All right, on to the $5 bills. So it's not every day I get to add to the 5s. This one has some issues as far as the condition goes, but it's a star note and a broken ladder as well. So it reads 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I thought that was really cool. And this will be the first time that I'm adding a 20 to the album. And so I've got a trinary here, all 4s, 5s, and 8s. And so let's actually get a page in for the 20s. There we go. 20,013. So it's 45854844. Alright folks, that wraps it up for this video. I wish every single one of y'all the same, if not better luck with your currency searches, and I hope you find that, one really cool bill that really finds a nice place within your collection. As always, this has been Ross with Coins and Coffee. Thank y'all so much for watching, and I'll catch you next time.